Hey guys, welcome to my channel with another amazing story. Before going towards the story of Mr. Tom, who is 27 years old and tells his life story, I would like to ask you guys to please go ahead and subscribe to my channel and press the bell for the latest updates. So let's start with the story. My name is Tom and I was 27 years old. My father made a very strange will that said I could not get his whole money until I married. If I didn't get married, I would only get $5,000 a month. They do not use to meet all of my expenses. And today I was out of money, only living with $2,000. I borrowed some money from someone and bought a car, and in returning his money, my $3,000 went to him every month. My father was very much a family man. My father had a very big house and also had a very nice car. But it was even more strange that I could neither live in my house nor use a car because I was not married yet. Now, I really wanted to get married because my situation was getting very bad. I have many girlfriends but none of them wanted to get married. Now, where do I find such a girl who wants to marry me and is ready to shoulder the responsibilities? Then, what happened at nightclub was quite strange, where a girl was sitting alone. I went and sat next to her and said to her, "Can I buy you a drink?" After that, we started talking and I don't know what happened after that, but she refused to be with me for the night. At first, I thought that maybe, she might not be doing it, but she said I don't want anything like that. But then she later gave me her number and we met. Our friendship grew a lot. And then one day I told her about my problem and asked her, "Will you marry me?" Her name was Selena. She was very beautiful and 2 years younger than me. She said, "Okay, I'm ready to marry you. But marriage is a big decision." I said, "Not for us, it will not be very difficult. I have the money and the house, and as long as there is money, then there's no problem with the person anyway." Such was my thought. I married her. We got married very quickly. We could have done a contract marriage. But it was also my father's will that I had to get married in a proper way. Dad made his friends my godfather before he left the world, who was also keeping an eye on all the affairs the marriage would take place. And after a week of the marriage, I got my house, car and all the property. I was very happy. I used to work from home, which I quit because now I had to manage my own business. I was very happy at once. I had everything. But then gradually I found out that the business is not a joke because there was a lot of work that I had to do. Selena and I had only been together for about a month and now we have become each other's husband and wife. So she wanted us to spend a lot of time together. But this business has left me nowhere. So I don't have time even on holidays. I was working at home. I started fighting with Selena. I used to give her some money a week, but she still doesn't want money. She said, "I need your time." I started fighting with Selena a lot. We used to have arguments in the morning and evenings. It felt like we can't make it together. But I did not have this option because if I left Selena, the property would be out of my hands. Again, I didn't have a particular problem with Selena, but my dad was not good to me. One day, Selena was following me and I was looking for the file. And I said, "Why are you bothering?" She was saying that I have to do something important, but I did not hear at all. After that, she forcibly turned me towards her and said, "Look at me, I'm talking to you." When I looked back at my wife, she had a gift in her hand. I said, "What is this?" I said, "I'm in a hurry and you." But she put her hands on my lips and said, "Please don't spoil this moment." I was thinking that my wife is falling in love, but I didn't have time to do all this. Then I also became silent. Opened the gift inside. There was a small T-shirt that belonged to a child and it was written on it, "I love you, Papa." And I was surprised that I said, "What is all this? And whose shirt is this? There is no child in the house." Still these words on my lips that I understood that my wife was trying to tell me that was true. I was going to be a father. She said, yes, I did the test in the morning and then went to the doctor. I happily picked up my wife and started screaming hard. The doctor called and said that I'm 7 weeks pregnant. I was very happy, and this news gave a great start to the relationship with Selena, and we started to be happy together. And then God gave us a little son. Similarly, the days were passing by. My son was going to be 15 months old in May and he had started to speak. But again, Selena, that you don't give us time. She used to worry a lot. But if I'm working, then obviously I'm doing it for her and my son. The only problem he had was why I couldn't sit with her when I didn't have the time. I believed that maybe I was wrong, but still I was fulfilling all the needs and not how much our son had to spend. She knew it too. And then she did not compromise on anything. She said that I will not breastfeed my child myself. Otherwise my figure will be damaged and everything she needed from outside. She'll get orders 5 days a week. She also used to order food, nothing to cook at the house. Then from where would all these expenses be met? One day I came to know that I have to go to another city for work for a month. If I come and go every day, I will lose a lot of money. So you have to stay there for a month. I know that Selena will be angry with me, but she already complains to me that I didn't spend much time with her. And how can she stay away from me for a month? But when I told her this out of fear, she said that, okay. It's fine. But I didn't show her that I'm surprised of her reaction. Maybe she was compromising with me. So I didn't want to make her feel like she was doing something big again, but she didn't react, and I liked it by telling her that it is understood that in order to survive, money is needed tomorrow. If our son asks us what you have done for me, then we cannot tell him that we have not done anything for you. So we are still sitting in each other's arms even. So I had to collect money to teach him, and I go to school, how should I put this, for a year and a half of pre-schooling. I was happy that my wife didn't say anything about this. So I went for the job 1 month. I spent very hard because I missed my wife and a son. When I called my wife, she was busy. One day, my son called me by. He gave me a video call. Maybe his hand was touched, but I saw him. I love my son so much. A week later my wife video called me during the call. I saw someone behind her. I said, "Who is this?" She said that the bathroom tab was broken. That's why I called the plumber to fix it. I said, okay, but this plumber took a bit handsome when my month was over. I immediately ran home, and of course, the first thing I had to do was to pick up my son. But when I started to pick him up, he was afraid to see me, as if he didn't recognize me. He was not saying anything. At first, he used to be so happy to see me. Why was he behaving like this? He, doesn't know me and my wife said that the children don't have good memory. It's a child and it will get better after a while. But later in the evening, when I went out to fix my son's mood, he was seeing a man in front of him. He was calling him Papa. I thought he was talking to me. But when I saw that man, you know who he was calling. Now that actually started bothering me. Why? Because that man was the same man that I saw in the video. The man's hand he shaked said good thing. He's calling you Papa. Why his father is mean? This man said, I don't know, children don't know anything. He was also a bit nervous and was also surprised by the way my son was looking at him and trying to approach him. I felt something wrong. And then I saw the person I had mistakenly seen in the video, it also looked like the same. Her waist looked exactly the same from behind. I took my son to the market and there were many people who were my age and looked like me. But my son never called anyone Papa. But when I came face to face with this person again, my son started calling him Papa again. I found out that there must be something wrong. Children don't have such memory, but children remember who was around them. I told this to my wife and she got scared and said that he is my boyfriend. When you are not here for a month. He used to come home every day and I have cheated on you every night because you deserve it. You don't care for me. You only care about your business. I was shocked. How could my wife do this to me? She said this is not just an affair. I want to live with him. You can keep your son too. Then I don't want to stay there. I'm leaving this boy. I love the man. His name was James. I said that he will never respect you. He will never marry you. So my wife said that I don't want to get married. I also want to spend a good time. So she just went there the time. Maybe in someone's mind is going bad. But deep down everyone knows that this is how it is, bro. So I had tears in my eyes, my hands were shaking. I loved my wife so much. I was doing everything for her. I don't have a girlfriend and I went with, but he needs a boyfriend to spend a month with. And even my kids started calling him Papa because obviously he must have seen him every day. I told my wife to leave the house quietly and never see me again. I can't bear it anymore. She said, okay, I don't want to come here either. What joy has you given me in this house? Yes. You used to go away, leaving me here. Neither did we go to party? Now, did we go shopping? You care more about your business than me and stay with your business. I'm done with you. Get married with your bars and spend every night with it because I can't live with you. My wife has no regrets. So she left with her belongings and didn't even think about my son. My son stayed with me and now he lives with me. I don't know. I don't understand where my mistake was.